Hi everybody, welcome back to DayZ. Look at this poor fella here. Look at him restrained with handcuffs and with a burlap sack on his head. Now, this is another one of the videos I've had on my to-do list that I've wanted to publish for a long time but never got around to it. And that is having players spawn in with a sack over their heads and being restrained by handcuffs, with the idea that you could probably use this with a custom location spawn as well, so where you're not spawning on the coast but maybe you're spawning inland on Chernarus or in the middle of Livonia, or again inland on Sakal. The idea that maybe you've been dropped off, as a prisoner, you've been kicked out the back of a truck or something like that and you've been left to your own devices. So in this video I'm going to show you the code that you add to your custom loadout JSON to do this, but unfortunately there is a bit of bad news. And that bad news is, at the time of recording this video, what happens is if you spawn a character in with the burlap sack already on their head, they can see through it. They'll spawn in like this. Now, maybe by the time you come and watch this video, this will have been sorted out and you won't be able to see anything. But it kind of negates the point of having a burlap sack on your head because they can see. Now, the handcuffs will spawn in great, and then we can just press and hold left mouse button. I'm not sure what it would be on gamepad, and your character will struggle and struggle and struggle. And I should say this will work on console and PC, but they struggle, and eventually they will get out of the. There we go. Out the handcuffs, and then we could take the burlap sack off our head. So the idea would be, when this works properly, if the devs do get rid of that kind of glitch, you'll spawn in and you won't be able to see anything. You'll just have the indicator to struggle to take off your gloves, take off the handcuffs, and then you can take off the burlap sack. And I think that's quite a cool beginning to a game, isn't it? I think it definitely changes things up a bit. Anyway, so how do we do this? Well, what you'll see in the description below this video is I'll put a link to this video here, which goes into how to edit fresh spawn loadouts. However, this video really is aimed at people who already know how to do this and just want to know the code. Now, where I found the code was at that depository of amazing information, which is Balshad's Discord as well. So I'll put a link in the description below this video to his Discord, and a chap called Haribo, who had last year actually, he posted the code to do it. Now, I was playing around with it and I managed to get it so that I got the burlap sack to spawn in on someone's head as a new spawn, but I couldn't figure out how to do the handcuffs because I was trying to add them as gloves, but you don't. You create a slot name called hands, and then you put the handcuffs locked onto them, and that means that will then spawn in with locked handcuffs. It might be worth playing around with this actually, because it means that you can spawn, I guess, characters with stuff in their hands, like guns or food or something like that. But anyway, that's the subject for another video. So what you'll also find in the description below this video is this code here. Now, I would imagine probably in your custom loadout.json, you've probably already got a entry for the head. Okay, what's on the head. So something like the helmet or something. And let's find it on here. Shoulder, ACOG. There's the gun. Plate carrier vest, salt bagger, Tisco. But there we go. So headgear. So you probably already got a slot for headgear on one of your custom ones, and all you do is you change the item to BurlapSackCover, and the extra line you'll probably be entering in is the hand section. So what I'll do in the description below this video, I will put in the entry for the headgear, and I'll put an entry in for the hands, but I'll do it in such a way that it will be something that you can just insert. So if you just want to insert this extra bit of JSON code into your custom loadout JSON, that's what you copy and paste in, and it's in the correct format with the opening and closing squiggly brackets and the comma after it, so you can paste it in, say, after the gloves section, and that should work fine. I will put in the headgear one as well, but as I say, you've probably already got that one set up. So there we go. What do you think about that? It's pretty cool. So a big thanks has to go out to Haribo and Balshad for providing the information. Great as ever. And I think it's a nice, interesting way of starting off a game where your character would be restrained with handcuffs and have a sack over their head. So hopefully they'll sort this out soon. Thank you very much, everybody, and I'll see you again soon.